Hello, hello, hello. This is Calico Kate. Welcome. Northeast Missouri is having absolutely beautiful day today. No wind, no rain, sun shining, and the highs to be of 78. Perfect weather to be outside, and I have been. I've gone for my walk. I've watered my flowers. I have clothes on the line, and I've got towels on the line. I've got sheets washing, and all's right with the world. Yesterday wasn't one of my better days. I did go for a short walk. We weaned goats. Let's rephrase that. They weaned goats. As in all four of the kids and Greg. I did help get them through the gate while I was watching from the outside of the pen. But that's all I needed to do. And then they didn't need me. Quite a smooth production. But then I came in and Andy had brought me this pink little teapot with the cutest little bitty African violet. So I took that out and repotted it and redid some of my philodendron was needing potted, and so just some stuff like that. I just want this here because it says Mother's Day. This does not have to go. The kids played golf when we were weaning goats. Emerson, just from being outside a little bit, gets hives. And she's like me, allergic to everything. And so I went in and got her some anti-itch cream. And so she came over so I could put it on her. I'm just going to make that like a little flap, I think. And she had the pen in her hand because she's the one that writes stuff down. So they said, throw me the pen. And she made sorry about that. She made a wonderful little throw. Well, I made the comment. I said, well, maybe next year you need to be doing the softball throw. That was a real nice throw. And she said, nope. If it has to do with the ball, I'm not doing it. I'm good. I'm fine. Don't need it. Okay. Well, then later that afternoon, I see pictures of her hitting a golf ball. Yeah. And I asked Andy how she did, and he said not too bad, but after about 5 or 6 holes, she was done. She'd had that. She has ADHD, and I think it's worse than Jack's some days, or he's just older and he's learned to, I don't know. But I saw a meme that said diva having distractions is what diva having distractions means. Let me tell you, I think that's her. But Jackson loves it. His dad loves it. And their mom, she went and let Jackson drive her around in the golf course when they needed to move to holes. It was Mother's Day, and she wasn't going to outdo herself. But I do need to use some of this golf washi tape, since I did order so much. But they do lots of family things together. I am so proud of them for that. Before Saturday, they landscaped the yard. Everybody landscaped the yard. Now Jackson was the one that there were little jobs Andy needed done on the farm and he hadn't had time to do it. There's a fence he needed built, so Jackson went and built the fence, and there was a few little things like that that he called him. I mean, that he did, he said. But pretty much everybody works. There's no lazy kids at that house. If anybody's lazy, it's my girl. Yeah. She just, and she's lazier with me than she is at home because Nana lets her be. That's what Nanas do. So anyway, we got a nice little golf course. Greg does not golf, never had the desire. I think he's golfed in a couple of tournaments only because he is a member of the Chamber of Commerce and they'd have tournaments or something. But when I was single and teaching, this wonderful couple just adopted me. Well, I mean literally adopted me. Anytime they were doing a family get-together or anything, going out to eat, they'd call me. I'd get out of school and I'd find goodies in my car. No, we did not. Still, I do now, but did not lock the door. So I might get in the car and there'd be supper in there. And then when I had Andy, he was grandma. They were grandma and grandpa. We'd go to church. He'd get to wiggling. And Grandpa Hillis would say, Andy, if I take you out, it's not going to be fun. And boy, he just settled right down. He, but oh, he loved his grandma and Grandpa Baker. And I mean, Christmas with them was like Christmas with any grandparent. I mean, they were great. I also worked up here, and Dave and Vaughn, I better make a list. Here's a scrap piece of paper. Oh, this is the paper. Woke up sick, weaned goats, laundry, went for a walk. Greg planted tomatoes. Reeds came over. And of course, I crafted. I was going to make a video crafting in my eclectic journal. If any of you don't know, I have started a challenge for myself, and you're welcome to come along, of making an eclectic journal. And you can see videos of all that apply. Greg planted potatoes. That's why I'm putting them down here. I cut them up. They went for a walk. Could put something here, couldn't I? So anyway, Reed stopped by. Their daughter just lives about 4 miles from us. So that she had invited him over for Mother's Day. And so they stopped on their way there. So Bonnie and I visited. And Dave and Greg went to see the chickens and, you know, just that kind of thing. And I never did eat supper. I ate a bowl of fruit, but I did not feel good. Okay, I need a shoe to show I walked. But that may take too much of my... I didn't walk very far, that's for sure. Here, we can put it over here. In fact, I told Greg while they were weaning, I was going for a walk, and he said, "You sure you're up to it?" And I said, "Well, I'm not going too far." Well, I didn't make it too far. I made it down past the kids to the gun range, and I decided that was far enough. So I'm going to put that in there so I know what I can write about. Now, I've got all this to write. think I will use some of what Bridget sent me. It was so windy yesterday. I was cold, and then I went outside for just a little bit. I wasn't cold anymore. I could write about weaning goats and the kids going golfing here. Well, no, because I have this pocket. So I need something. I want something, I should say, here. And I think I want flowers. So let's get some flowers. But today I'm feeling better. I had a decent night's sleep. It's never restful. My body battery says it is, but my body says it's not. Like right now, if I went and sat down, I'd be almost asleep. And that's after going to bed, falling asleep sometime in the chair, which I know you're not supposed to do. And I got up about 4:30 and went to bed and slept till like 8. So it's not that I haven't had any sleep. I just don't feel like I've slept. Are there any orange flowers? Well, these have some in them. So, yeah, but I don't want the lines poking through. Here we go. And, there. See, that's a nice thing about this time of year. I can fill it all up with my flowers. Let's put something here that's pretty. Tomorrow is the big field trip day. Don't really want to cover that up. Could do something like that. But then I'm getting away from my pretty, aren't I? I think I'll just leave it and put a bow there. Tomorrow's Emerson's field trip, and I so hope I get to go. I will be very disappointed if I can. Greg's wanting me to carpool with somebody, and I'm kind of wanting to go by myself because I'm going to landscape my yard. And I've already started last fall, and like that better there. I need a place for my, maybe in chores, I've got something that shows I've got clothes on the line. I got on Chat GP or whatever it's called, and nope. But I could list them. If I put it over here, you won't see it. And then I could put my shoe over here and talk about my walk, which there's not much to talk about. And then Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I could use this in the pocket and do some writing. And, but anyway, on my flower beds, I started them last year. And I've planted some hostas in them, in one of them, and a little bit in each of them. Not much. I mean, I'm talking about 2 plants. And so I want to, okay, I've lost the pen already. Y'all, where's it at? How do I lose that? Everybody else just picks theirs up, and there it is. I forget. And there it is. I've got one that I want to be basically with all my bird feeders, and I want to get some hummingbird feeders to put in it. And then I want to make one into a flower bed for Emerson for her fairy garden. And I've got an old tree with kind of a little hole in the bottom. Greg says the tree's gonna fall. But I'm gonna put this bed because I washed the bedding. So Emerson can use that. I thought that'd be cute for her fairy garden. And then I have Craig's over at George's, or he was. I just saw he came back in doing something. And then Jackson's been running around in a side by side I have not seen. I don't know whose it is. And then I just want to make them so they're pretty, but easy to care for. I want a lot of native or very easy to grow. Yeah, I'm doing this before I should. I hear ya. So we're going to stop right there. Okay, that's going to go in garden. This can go here. My bed's already on there. I can't undo that. This I've already done, so I love close that on the line. That smell. Oh, it just smells so fresh, especially out here. I know not everybody has that great smell, but we do, being out here on the farm. And this I can write about. Here I can write. So I've got a lot on there, but I can add more if I need to, right? And I can add this if I need to. Then this, I'm praying I get to go to Hannibal. I'm going to be one heartbroken mama if I don't, Nana if I don't. Greg's going to be one heartbroken papa if he does. He's been on 4 of them already. I had the state of Missouri, and I was going to, here it is. I was going to show y'all where we live. All right. Up here is our county where number 3 is. Okay. This is Iowa. This is the Mississippi River. This is Illinois. Okay. This over here is Kansas City. And this down here would probably be St. Louis. And then down here is Hannibal. It's about 90 miles away. Okay? So that's where we are. Around here would be Columbia. Down here would be like Warrensburg. Probably here where Andy went to college. This is like Cape Girardeau area if you got people there. But you got the idea. So these are counties for something. I think something with the conservation department where I got this. But anyway, we're going to go to Hannibal to see all the Mark Twain stuff. So I will have lots to put in there about all of it. This is today. And y'all, it's flying. Next week, the kids are out of school, I think. Yeah, next week. Kids get out of school. So, there we have it. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Thank you for all you do. I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe and a comment. Love to know what you're thinking. Have a wonderful day. Always remember, you have a purpose. Bye for now.